everyone. So I am going to try something new, and I'm going to try to do vlogs every week, or at least, every 2 weeks or so. They'll run from like Saturday to Saturday, and they'll go up on my Tuesday nights. I don't have a tripod or anything to put my phone on, so I am sorry if it seems a little shaky. But let's start talking. Today is July 8th. So we're about a week into July, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I have been up to. So first things first, I got a brand new book in the mail. It's called Role Playing, and if anybody knows me or has watched this channel for very long, I am a gamer. My husband and I met on the video game system 12 years ago. So with this book, it's about a 50-year-old guy and a 48-year-old woman who meet on a mass multiplayer online game, like a role-playing game, and they meet in person, they fall in love. It definitely hit all the type of, things that I would really like, and it really hits home with me and my husband. Of course, it's not exactly how we met, but, you get the gist. So I'm pretty excited. I can't wait to dive into this book. I think I'm going to go ahead and start it in August, possibly. I'm pretty excited for it. I've never read from Kathy Yardley, but from the inside of it, it shows that she's written a lot of books, so I don't know what her writing style is. I may dive into those later on. So pretty excited. I got that book mail yesterday. And then, don't mind me, it's a Saturday morning. I'm doing laundry, taking care of the apartment. You can see that I'm in my living room, and it's definitely a different area, but I'm trying to get some reading done and stuff. The husband is at work. He works at a bank, so he works some Saturdays. So I'm just kind of taking this, time to relax and just enjoy the peace and the quiet. So let's talk about what I have done so far in July with my TBR. So I have finished Adelaide by Genevieve Wheeler. Now, this book I gave, I think, 4 stars. It's a literary fiction. I never thought that I would like a literary fiction because I don't know, just the way that the writing style is and the way that the plot and the premises are, I never have gotten into them. But this book is really, really good. And the one thing that I really liked about this book is it hits a lot of hard-hitting topics. So definitely check trigger warnings before you try this book. It deals with depression, suicide ideology. It deals with miscarriages, sexual assault, traumatic experiences, a very toxic, relationship, cheating, just a lot of different things. And so if you're not in the right headspace or you're not able to consume books that have that type, I would probably stay away from this because I did not expect how hard-hitting this book was going to be. And I struggle with depression, and I struggle with, some traumatic past experiences and such. And so it affected me in a way that I didn't expect. And so I just want to let everyone know before going in, definitely watch out. But this book is following our female main character, and she starts out, she's checking herself into the hospital because she tried to attempt suicide. And the psychologist is like, well, let's talk about it. So she goes through what led up to her episode, her, her breakdown, mental capacity, shattered. And you learn about her relationship with Rory and how toxic it was and just different things. And throughout this whole book, I could relate to her. I could relate to Adelaide so well because the way that she deals with depression and the thoughts and stuff that she had just really hit home for me. So it was definitely a 4-star. I really, really enjoyed it, but I definitely want to thoroughly express, please make sure that you check trigger warnings because it's definitely a hard-hitting book. It really, really is. So I already finished that up for July, and then I almost dropped you. And then I started another book, and that is My Dream Lover by David Navaria. I won this as a Goodreads giveaway. I don't even remember entering it, but nonetheless, I got the book. So I gave this book a 1 star. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't even tell you really what the whole thing was. It's like about him trying to get his true love back, and it was a very wild mess. I don't know if this is his first attempt at writing a book or anything, but it just didn't do it for me, guys. Like, I could not get into the story, the way that it's written, the different things that our main character deals with and stuff. I mean, it's a short book. It was a very quick read, but I don't like it. I couldn't get into it. And whenever I went on to Goodreads, I noticed there isn't very many reviews, I guess. So there's that. It's a 1 star. I just didn't like it. I tried. I don't even remember entering this giveaway. I probably wouldn't have entered this giveaway, but at least I gave it a shot. And then finally, I have started Fourth Wing. I'm only in the first chapter, so I don't know how this is going to go. I will definitely update you guys as I progress through here. Because I know it's a very hyped book. I know people love it. I know that it is like on everybody's radar right now. So I'm really hoping I enjoy it. The first chapter is a little hard for me to get into, but it is setting up the story. So I guess I can't be too upset about that. So I'm starting Fourth Wing. We're going to see how that goes. I'll update you as we go along with that. It is Saturday. I don't know how much reading I'm going to get done today because like I said, the husband's at work. I'm just trying to get caught up on some cleaning and doing different things like that. And then tonight we have some different things to do on our video game with our guildies is what we call them, because we have a guild or whatever. And so we're doing some things tonight with that. So I don't know how much I'll get done, with wanting to spend some time with the husband, but I'll definitely update you as we go. But we're going to try this vlog thing. I don't know how it's going to go. I definitely don't know how vlogging, works. So I guess this is just going to be a work in progress. You guys are going to be seeing my apartment in different aspects as I update you and everything. And we will just see. I hope that if you are still watching this, please let me know below if you like the idea of me doing weekly vlogs and doing kind of updates and such about the books I'm reading and different things that I'm doing in the book community. So also remember, I am doing a giveaway over on my Patreon. You don't want to miss out on that. It is going to be Shadow Kissed by Rebecca L. Garcia. It's the omnibus. It has all 4 books in there. So sprayed edges. It's signed by the author. Head on over there. It's in my description below. But yeah, I am going to go and enjoy this Saturday. I will see you guys next time whenever I check in. Hey everyone, so I am on my lunch right now at work, and I just had to do kind of a check-in. It is Monday, and I didn't check in with you guys yesterday, even though I have been, let me adjust you a little bit more. Even though I read The Fourth Wing, I didn't really update because I was kind of gaming with the husband, just relaxing on my day off, doing some laundry, all of that, and at first, up until probably late in the day yesterday, wasn't enjoying Fourth Wing because it seemed like a military fantasy, and I was like, I'm just not into the whole like fighting thing and like going through and learning like how to spar and all of that. And then something happened, I want to say at the end of chapter 15, where the dragons choose. So if you know, you know, right? And I was like, oh my goodness. And then I had to come to work today, so I ended up getting it on audio. So I've been listening to it while I'm working today, and I am like getting ready to start chapter 25, I think. So I'm flying through this book. I am now invested. I'm invested in Xaden. I'm invested in what is going to happen with Tarn, and I can't remember what the golden dragon's name is, but she's so sweet. I love her. But yeah, I'm kind of invested in Xaden right now. Like, he's kind of giving me the warms and fuzzies. So I'm going to update you guys probably whenever I finish it. It'll either be tonight or tomorrow. I may do an update tonight. It depends on how far I get. I'm finishing up my lunch, so depends on where I get to today, but I'm enjoying it so far. I didn't think I was going to like it, and then that happened, and then now I'm just like, how quick can I put this speed on? Because I need to know what happens. So, pretty excited. I'll probably go through some more details later on, but definitely, I think it's a good pace. I think that the writing style is doing really well. I think she's keeping you engaged very well. So I'll let you guys know tonight, but definitely enjoying Fourth Wing. Had to buy it on audio because I just couldn't go all day without knowing what happens. So there's that. All right, guys. Well, I hope everyone's having a good Monday today, and I will update you later. All right, bye. Okay, so I got some book mail for you. I don't even know what's all in it, so we're just gonna find out together. I do know what is in my Amazon package that is really heavy. I do know what's in that, and then I do know what's in my book of the month box. Other than that, we're gonna be surprised together. So if you saw from the footage before, hubby and I came home. It is Tuesday night, and had dinner, walked the dog around our apartment complex, and now I'm gonna unbox some stuff with you. My lighting's terrible. It's always terrible in the evening, so I apologize for that. But I'm probably also like a sweaty mess. It's like super hot outside, so let's get into a book update that I have for you, and then also we'll go through some of these boxes and just kind of tidy up our Tuesday, and then I will update you on what I pick to read. I'm probably not going to read anything tonight because we have stuff going on in our video game world with our friends, so tomorrow morning might be whenever I pick up another book, but I will definitely update you because tomorrow is Wednesday, middle of the week. I feel like I've made a lot of progress, and I'm pretty excited for my entire July TBR. But I have some thoughts going forward on how to pick my TBR, if you will. Definitely check out that for August, but let's just get into my book thoughts here. So I finished Fourth Wing today, and I'm very happy that I picked it up on audio because I was reading the book and my thoughts just overall were I wasn't fully engrossed in the story as I was reading it at first, like I told you previously. It started out kind of like a military type fantasy where they're all training to go to war essentially. And I'm really not into books that focus a lot about war and such. I like more like political intrigue where, like the Blood Gray series by Vila Roth. I know that there's going to be fights, there's going to be probably a war, all of these things, but the more intricate details and the bulk of the plot and the story is made up of moving parts of conversations and just kind of, what goes on in, the whole court system. But I was reading this and then I got to a part where spoilers, everybody. If you do not want spoilers, please click off the video now because I'm going to be spoiling this for you. But I got to the end of the chapter where not only did Tarn pick her as a writer, but Andarna picked her as well. And I thought the way that it was being set up whenever, they were talking about the big bad dragon, type thing of Tarn, I didn't think that was, at first I thought it might be him, but then I was like, no, the golden one is going to be hers because, she's so tiny and petite and, she's going to pick her, but the golden dragon's just going to amaze everybody, right? And just like have some like killer skills and all of this stuff, but actually it was both of them. So I was thoroughly surprised by that, by the author. And then I went to work Monday, picked this up on audio, breezed completely through it. I actually got kind of busy at work, so I wasn't able to finish it up yesterday, and I didn't even update you last night after my lunchtime book update. But I did finish it today, and I was sitting in my office because she felt betrayal and everything there at the end, whenever they're going out on their, academic, like, learn type of thing. And she felt a lot of betrayal. And so, it hit home a little bit. I was like, oh, that feels so bad, blah, blah, blah. And then Liam dies. Like, she saved him, right? And I did not expect that. And then come to find out she's an actual badass, right? Because she can just kill all of these. So I was crying at the end of it. I felt like the pacing was done very well. I felt like that the story really kept me intrigued. I really liked how, at first it kind of got old whenever we kept hearing about how brittle she was and how, she could easily be broken and all of those things. I was kind of like, I get it. The girl is going to crush a lot of bones, right? Like, we don't need to keep going over that. But then to see how she progresses and how she gets more, I don't even know. Not even like powers, because her powers doesn't come in until towards the end of the book. But she gets more confidence and she gets, more cunning. And she learns how to defend herself properly and doesn't need to rely on anybody. I really liked that character progression. I really loved Xaden's character progression because at first he was just like a complete ass, right? And then as the story went on, I was like, ooh, Xaden is really kind of up there on, fictional boyfriends, right? I'm like, I am swooning over Xaden. And then, the whole thing about like learning about the dragons and learning about the history and learning about, you're going through these classes with her in a sense. And I really liked that because instead of just info dumping, like a lot of fantasy writers do, where it's like being overly descriptive or constantly, having to pull away from the plot and the banter that's going back and forth to explain history and stuff. You actually go through it in a unique way in here where you're going through the classes with her, you're learning things as you go with her. about the world, the history, the dragons, the griffins, everybody. So I really liked that. So overall, I gave this 4 stars only because at first it was hard for me to get into because I was like, great, another military fantasy. I'm not going to like this. And so it took me a little bit to actually get into it. So that's why I'm only giving it 4 stars. Nothing against the author or the writing because I think it's wonderful. I think if anybody loves their fantasy romance, if you love your broody alpha males, if you love, I don't know, Rhysand, like how he seems evil, but then he's actually, like a marshmallow for Feyre kind of thing. If you like characters like that, pick this up because it was done so well. I'm so happy that I, gave it a shot. All of the hype that's going on around this book is absolutely warranted. I usually don't like a lot of overhyped books, but this one definitely deserves it. So 4 stars to Fourth Wing. Can't wait until Iron Flame comes out later this year. So I already pre-ordered it. And I even got it on audio just in case. So can't wait for the sequel to come out. And then, like I said, I'm not going to start another book tonight only because, I have, some time with friends tonight. We're going to get online, play some Elder Scrolls Online, or maybe some Diablo 4, maybe a little bit of both. I love my MMO RPGs. That's just kind of what I like. Hence why I love fantasy so much, because I'm just really into those types of stories. So I'll let you know tomorrow on Wednesday what I pick up. I don't know if I'll let you know on my lunch break because I do have a couple audio formats of the books that are on my TBR, or if I'll let you know tomorrow night. But I can't wait to see what I pick. So let's get into my book mail. I don't know what I have. So I even have a package here. I don't know what it is. It came from New York. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one for last. But let's go to my book of the month. I got 2 books this month. I got my monthly pick, and then I got an add-on on there. So, only because I can't wait to read this book. And I was like, you know what? I have credits. I'm adding it on there. So, that's what I did. Because I was like, I'm not going to wait until my Illumicrate version comes in. And, I probably won't even read that version because I don't want to mess it up or anything. But here is what I got. So my monthly pick for July was Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. I absolutely love Chloe Gong's series, These Violent Delights and Our Violent Ends. I absolutely loved Foul Lady Fortune. I absolutely loved the little novellas that came out, which is like Last Violent Call, I believe. So I'm anxiously anticipating the second book to come out in Foul Lady Fortune, but I'm really excited for Immortal Longings. I don't know if this is going to be a series or not, but I'm pretty excited. It says that this is an adult epic fantasy inspired by Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra. It is a fiery collision of power plays, spilled blood, and romance amid a set of deadly games. So, Chloe Gong, you're an instant author for me. I just love all of the books that you've already came out with, and then I can't wait to read Immortal Longing. So I picked that up, and then the book that I got with my extra credit was Love Theoretically by Allie Hazelwood. I cannot wait to read this. I hope it goes on my August TBR, or if I get done with my July TBR in time, I'm going to fit this in there because I love all of her books, and I couldn't wait for my Illumicrate version to come in. So there are those that I am going to get. I wonder if I can set them up here. You probably can't see it because of the poor lighting, huh? Okay, so the next box that's on top is Fairy Loot. I don't know if this is a special edition I got because I've already got my YA adult and only book, so I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing this is a special. Oh, I think, no way. How funny is that? I didn't even get notification that this was even coming out yet. Well, I mean, I knew it's out, but I didn't know the special edition came out. Well, it's just Chloe Gong's day, isn't it? This is Last Violent Call, which has 2 or 3 novellas that are in that world of these violent delights. It has 2. It's called In a Foul Thing and In This Foul Murder. So, isn't this gorgeous? Oh my goodness, look at these edges. And it doesn't have any end papers or anything, but it is signed. And it doesn't have anything on. Oh yeah. So here is the naked hardcover. And then look at this. This is the reverse dust jacket. Oh, that's beautiful. Chloe Gong, you have my heart. Honestly. You really, really do. And it's actually signed by her instead of digitally signed, only because you can tell that it has bleeding coming through. So, pretty excited for that. So, 2 Chloe Gong books in 1 video. I don't think that I could do that again. Wonder if I can. They're going to fall on my head. They're going to fall on my head. I already know. All right. So, the next box, we'll go with Bookish Box. I know Bookish Box has a really bad reputation right now, but I just now got my January box the other day, so and we're in July, and don't think that's a good trend, Bookish Box, which I have been wondering if I should just cancel the subscription. I did move down to book only, YA and adult, so I'm not getting all the goodies and stuff, because I have too many goodies on my shelves. I really do. So I went down to that, but of course I don't remember what month I did that in, so I'm sure I have a couple more boxes coming that have all the goodies in them, so we'll just deal with that. So this is January. I'm gonna assume this is probably January's adult, because I think I got January's YA box. I think I did. Let me just check. Yes, it is the YA. So this is the adult version. So let's go over some of the things that are in here. So first off, we have our t-shirt, which is inspired by Sophie Lark's Kingmaker series. Okay, I've never read that series at all, so I would have never been able to guess that, but here it is. Can you read that? It says, fantasies are so much more than dreams. I don't think it's bad. I think the quality of their shirts are getting better. I really do, but I'm not going to stick around long enough to check their shirts out because I went to book only and I don't remember when that was. And then this is a reading coin, I'm going to assume. Yes. And it is, can't decide whether you need to read one more chapter or not. And this says, done for now. And then this side says one more chapter. Let me see. Will it focus? There we go. All right. So that's pretty neat. That's something I've never gotten before. I won't use it because everybody knows that you read one more chapter. You don't just stop, right? Who needs sleep? Who needs sleep? How about that? So this is a candle carousel, and it goes on top of the big candles or whatnot. And it is inspired by A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. So you usually put this on, and then I'll have, like, stars. And then you have this that you put it together with. I'm not going to put it together, only because we would be here for a while, because I am not good at putting things together. Not at all. So that was pretty neat. I don't ever use these. This is why I chose to go down to book only. And to be honest with you, I may end up canceling some of my book only subscriptions, because the amount of books that I get, you know, that I actually like versus the ones that I don't like or have no intention of reading is so tilted. Like, I may get 2 books a year that I like, and I'm like, why am I still subscribing here? And then I'm like, but I want the pre-orders, right? And then now the pre-orders of Bookish Box are really not even that great, because they're using the same design, the same writing, and then good grief, you put it in now and they say it's going to ship in December. Well, you better wait until December of 2025 to get it. I mean, that's just how long it takes. So that's how I feel. Ooh, what is this? Zodiac Academy Inspired Coffee Traveler. I hate Zodiac Academy. I read all 8 books that are currently published. I know that there's going to be another one. I'm probably going to read it only because I just need to know how it ends. Is it even going to be worth it? So, how do you get this thing off? Anyway, it has... I got it off. It has this little thingy, you know, so you don't burn your hands. But this is the design. It's actually, you know, really good. Oh, it's a rubber top. I did not expect that. But that's okay. Because even though I do not like Zodiac Academy, I absolutely love coffee. So I'm definitely going to be putting this to use. I might just cover up the Zodiac Academy thing. And then have I missed anything? I think I have. Oh, no. Here we go. This is a pocketbook bay. Oh, you can use these as displays or bookmarks. Oh, it's Rune Dannon. Look at this. Oh, Rune Dannon. Okay, I have never heard of a pocket book bay. Has anybody ever heard of those? Or am I the only one that currently doesn't know what's going on in the world? Because that's how I feel. And then you do have a double-sided art print. I wonder if it goes to the book. No, it's actually Between Wrath and Mercy. I haven't read that. It's on my July TBR. It's Between Wrath and Mercy. And it has some writing on the back. And it says, ours is a fire that will never go out. Ours is a fire that will that will swallow us whole, and I'd rather burn with you than live in the dark. I like that. That makes me want to read Between Wrath and Mercy like tomorrow. I need to see if I have it on audio. So I might just get on that tonight a little bit. And then for our book, I've heard so many mixed reviews about this book that I don't know. I just don't know if it's going to be worth it. And it is, see, they do the same like designs and writing. It's Kingdom of Stars and Shadows, and that is by Holly Renee. I have heard so many mixed reviews. I've heard a lot of people say this is trash. I've heard a lot of people say that it gets better as it goes on, which those are the same people that told me it gets better with Zodiac Academy, and here I am on book 8 and still hating the series, and I don't even know why I read all of it. Because I'm a glutton, I guess. And then it does have stuff on the back. Ooh, it's kind of shiny. It says it doesn't matter that you are destined to be his. Every part of you is begging to be mine. Okay. That quote, you guys, and what is this? Okay, so it's not even signed. It's like a, okay, sure. Here are the naked hardcover, you guys. So here are the end pages. Look at this. This is the naked hardcover. You are their savior, but my demise. You are to run every part of me. Oh my goodness. I think I need to read this book, guys. Oh yeah, the sprayed edges. They go all the way around. And then the back, I think, is the same art print. And then it doesn't have... Yeah, I guess that goes in here. I don't like it that they've started doing that, but here we are. And then it does have a, it has a reverse dust jacket. It says, tell me that you're mine, princess, even if it isn't true. I need to hear you say it. And then it also says, this was my fate, the fate decided by men and fae, not the gods. Only I could change it. Why are all these quotes making me want to read this book? Okay. Okay. I'm in. I'm going to try it out. I'm probably, going to regret it, but we're going to dive into it sometime. So, A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows. Pretty excited for that. This is going to be a stupid long vlog, so I hope everybody loves it. And also, let me know if you guys like me intermingling different things in here or if you don't. So, the next is my Amazon package. I already know what's in here. I just ordered them the other week. So I went ahead and got Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, and it is by Carissa Broadbent. This is in a series of its own. I don't remember what the series is called, but I have been told to read this after reading The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King. Yes, that's the second one in the Crowns of Nyaxia series, because I think the characters that are in here are going to be in either the Bloodborne duet or the Shadowborn duet. So I can't wait to read this. I don't know who it follows. I don't even know what area we're going to be in, but Slaying the Vampire Conqueror. We're going to see how that goes. Also, did anybody notice that Bookish Box announced that they're doing the War of No Hearts series by Carissa Broadbent? Definitely in for that. And then the other book that I got in here was, of course, book 3 in the Blood Grace series, because I absolutely love this. It's by Vila Roth. This is Blood Sanctuary Part 1. And I think her books are just stunning and gorgeous. They are. And I can't wait to get into this book. Becca in the Books and her Alpha Ho Book Club are reading this month, I believe. Yeah, they're reading it this month. I'm trying to get caught up. So I'm going to read book part 1, and then hopefully this Friday I'm going to order part 2, so I already have it on hand to read it. And then I'll have, after I get done with that one, part 2, I'll have 4 of the 7 books that are currently published done. So I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. So the last box is this one. I don't even know what's in here, but let's just take a look. Oh. Oh. I forgot. Is there anything else in here, or is that just a piece of cardboard? I think it's just a piece of cardboard. So I forgot that I did order these from Blackwell's, which is a UK-based not publishing company, but like a US-based, or take two, how about that? UK-based bookstore that you can order online, and it's like kind of like free shipping to the US. You don't pay a whole lot, so it's really good. I went ahead because I got word that these book covers are going to be no more, so I went ahead and got them. Sadly, I didn't get the fourth one. I'm on the search for it, but I got Daisy Hates by Jessa Hastings, which is book 2 in the Magnolia Parks universe. And then I got Magnolia Parks and the Long Way Home, which is book 3. So I'm currently on the search for Daisy Hates and the Great Undoing. So if anybody knows where I can get that with the original cover that has like the sculpture or whatever on it with like a greenish background, let me know in the comments below, please, because I want to get them before they go out of print, because I really, really loved this. I loved Magnolia Parks, and I can't wait to continue on with these two. So that is all of my unboxings, and also my Fourth Wing update. And now I don't know what book I want to read, because I was gonna read my husband's pick that he got me back in May, but then I saw the Between Wrath and Mercy thing, and I'm like, maybe I should start that. But I also have Olivia Wildenstein's new book, House of Beating Wings, on there. I don't know. I guess in the morning, if I can't figure it out, I will just have my husband pick it for me, because he seems to have a good track record with that. So until then, I will update you tomorrow with what I pick and my thoughts on how far in I am with it. But let me know below if you liked this little kind of like mid-vlog unboxing. I'm sorry that this video is going to be so long for my first vlog. All right, guys, I will see you next time. So, I have an update. It is Friday. When did I last do an update? It's been a couple days, so I apologize for that. Definitely had a lot going on with work, with, you know, the husband and different things that we've been doing. So here I am to update you. Not a good update, but here we are. So let me just put these in order. Okay. So first things first, I got this in the mail, Role Playing by Kathy Yardley. I don't know if I put this in a previous video or not, so I'm just going to tell you about it. This came up probably like on Facebook or Instagram or something as, you know, something that I would like. And I read the back of this and I was like, absolutely, I'm buying this book. So I'm going to read it to you, because maybe I have some gamer people out there that also love to read. So this is pretty cool. It's called Role Playing, and it says, love is a game, play for keeps. And what I really love is, like, up here, they have this. So that's pretty neat. It says, Maggie is an unapologetically grumpy 48-year-old hermit. But when her college-age son makes her a deal, he'll be more social if she does the same. She can't refuse. She joins the new online gaming guild led by a friendly healer named Otter. So that nobody gets the wrong idea, she calls herself Bog Witch. Otter is Aiden, a 50-year-old optimist using the guild as an emotional outlet from his family drama, caring for his aging mother while his brother plays house with Aiden's ex-fiance. Bogwitch and Otter become fast virtual friends, but there's a catch. Bogwitch thinks Otter is a college student. Otter assumes Bogwitch is an octogenarian. When they finally meet face to face after a rocky, shocking start, the unlikely pair of sunshine and stormy personalities grow tentatively closer. But Maggie's previous relationships have left her bitter, and Aiden's got a complicated past of his own. Everything's easier online. Can they make it work in real life? This hooked me. I've never heard of this author. I guess she's the author of Love, Comment, Subscribe. So if I like it, I may go back and read some of her previous work. But what really got me so interested is if you have been a follower of my channel and watched any of my videos, my husband and I met 12 years ago on Xbox playing Call of Duty. So it wasn't necessarily like a role-playing game, but we met that way, and he lived like in North Carolina. I lived here, flew back and forth to see each other. And then like about 2 years, a little under 2 years, we moved in together, and the rest is history. We've been married for almost 8 years, and absolutely love, the friends that we've made online, and, that we met each other and all this stuff. So this is not uncommon. This is a very common thing that happens online. I have met multiple couples across, the years that have met online, have, lived long distance, and then one of them moves to the other and stuff. So it's very common. So this was a very common scenario. It's not out of the ordinary. But since him and I met on like a shooting game, it doesn't necessarily quite, relate to that. But we are playing, Elder Scrolls Online. I don't know if anyone knows it, but it's a role-playing game. It's a mass multiplayer online game. It's a role-playing game. So it's really, really neat. And we're on there in a guild. And, we've made so many friends. We play it nearly every night together. And so whenever I read this, I was like, yes, I have to read this. So role-playing, I got that. I'm hoping that it'll be on my TBR for maybe like August or September, unless I get through my stack of books in July, and then probably gonna read this. I can't wait, because I'm actually making a huge dent in my TBR for July. So we're gonna see about that. But let me give you some reading updates, and they are not good ones. So strap in. So I had tried Winter Song by S.J. Jones. Now, this has been a book that I bought because of the cover. I read the back of it. I was like, oh, this sounds really good. It deals with a girl and the Goblin King, and it kind of just gave me those like fae fantasy romances that I love, but except it's a Goblin King thing. So definitely picked this up. I made it, I don't know, maybe about 230 pages in. I mean, I was pretty far. I had to DNF. I couldn't keep going. This book just didn't hit it for me at all. It's very lyrical. It's very, kind of like whimsical, and one of those where like, you're reading it and they're going on about how they love to play music, and the music does this to their souls and bodies and all of this stuff. And I couldn't get into the story. The characters were very one-dimensional. The plot did not make sense to me at all. I didn't understand how we went from being in the mortal realm to being in the Goblin King realm. It was very weird. The main character, Liesel, she is told that if she doesn't get out by the end of the winter days or something, that she was trapped there. And she sees her sister, like, I guess, dying or slowly withering away. I don't know, guys. I couldn't get into this. I think this is better suited for somebody who loves very lyrical, very beautiful writing. One that just kind of like sweeps you away as like an enchanted read type of thing. It's not that it's bad. I don't think the writing is bad. I don't think that what the writer was trying to do was bad. It just didn't hit the mark for me. And after DNFing it, I went and read some of the comments on Goodreads, and I actually found that there were quite a few people that felt the same way with me, that they weren't connecting to the characters, they didn't understand the story, there was way too many lyrical and prose going on. So if you like that, definitely try it out. But if you're more of somebody that wants like a fast-paced, action-packed, or, maybe more of a political fantasy, you're not gonna like this. So, read at your own risk. I DNF'd. The cover's beautiful. I wanted to love it. It's just a duology. I couldn't do it. So DNF'd this one, and then I was feeling kind of down about myself because I wasn't able to get through Winter Song. If you have watched, you know that I'm a glutton for punishment. I will push through any book, no matter whether I want to DNF it or if I'm absolutely hating my time. I push through. I couldn't push through this. Any DNFs that I give are ones that I just could not force myself to read anymore in the book. I just found myself not wanting to read, not wanting to pick this up. And that's a big sign to me that even if I don't like the book, I still find myself wanting to know what happens. I don't care what happens. I don't. So it's just another DNF for the year. I think I have 4, and that's not tracking very well. So I have to say bye to Winter Song. Then the next one that I read was the one that my husband picked out, which is Wings Once Cursed and Bound by Piper J. Drake. So he had picked this up back in May as like a late birthday present. And he was like, I was just walking through the store, saw this, thought that you might like it. Because he read the back of it and he knows what kind of books I read. So I was pretty excited about jumping into this. The back of it sounds great. It deals with Thai mythology and legends and, things like that. So I was like, yes, let's definitely read this, It was a 3-star. I did get through it, but I had an okay time. I didn't understand a lot of the points and the plots to this. Again, the characters were very one-dimensional. The story did not make sense because you have this girl who is wearing these shoes and like you'll dance to death with them, and then all of a sudden a guy shows up and he's like, you're gonna die, and then just like whisks her away, and like within a matter of 2 days, she's like, I love you and I don't want to live my life without you. And I'm like, girl, it's been 2 days. So I don't know. This book didn't really hit it for me. It was an okay time as I was reading it. I'm not going to continue on with this series. It's just okay. I have a feeling I'm going to definitely unhaul it, but it was just an okay time. I feel bad because my husband's always done really well on picking out random books that I tend to love, and this is the first time I just felt mediocre about it. I was just like, the world really wasn't fleshed out. The characters really weren't fleshed out. I was kind of done with it. So there goes that. And then, so I started on audio Once More with Feeling by Alyssa Sussman. I've heard people tell me that it's not good, or, it's not as good as her previous book and stuff, which I read a couple months ago, and I pre-ordered this one. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm literally on the first chapter, so I could not tell you what happens with it or anything, but I plan on continuing this, seeing how it goes. It's only like a 5-hour audiobook, so I read listen at like a 1.6 times speed. So it's not going to take very long. I might get it done over the weekend as I'm cleaning and, maybe playing my video games and stuff. So I'm definitely excited to try this, to see if I end up liking it or not. I really like Alyssa Sussman's writing because the way the first book went and the way that I understand this book to go is you learn what happened in the past and then you come to the present and then you learn what happened in the past, then you come to the present. I kind of like that. I know a lot of people don't, but I kind of like it. So, pretty excited for this one. And plus, it's like a rock star romance, I think. So, pretty excited. I don't know what's going to happen, but I know that the first um, chapter is called Rolling Stone. So, pretty excited for that. We're going to see how that goes. So, we're going to chip away at that this weekend. And then I've also been reading on my Kindle Blood Sanctuary Part 1, which is book 3 in the Blood Grace series that I'm reading, you know, for the Becca in the Books Alpha Hope Book Club. I don't even know how far into it I am. I think I'm only like 30-ish pages in. Yeah, because I'm on page 31, The Queen's Banquet. This book is not as big of a chunker as the other ones are. There's only 440 pages, so I feel like I'm going to get through this one pretty quickly. Definitely, you know, I love the book and stuff. So started reading that on my Kindle in kind of my off time to switch between a Kindle and an audio. And then I actually only have after Once More with Feeling. I didn't put this on my TBR because I'm just reading it as I have time. I only have 4 books left for July, and it is July 14th. So I'm pretty excited for that. So that means that I might be able to get role playing in. We're going to see how the second half of July goes because we got some plans coming up, and you know, I may want to take a little bit of a brain break. I know that I have to read as much as I can now because once October comes, I'm not going to be able to get very much reading in because my busy time starts at work. I don't work retail, but I do like Medicare insurance for seniors, and that's their annual enrollment period from like mid-October to mid-December. So during that time, I'm working like 10-hour days with no lunches or breaks, and so probably not going to get a whole lot of reading done during that time. But so I got to read whatever I can before October. And the bad thing is in October, the biography or the memoir, however you want to say it, of Henry Winkler's coming out. And I have that on pre-order, and I'm excited to read that because I liked Happy Days, you know, the Fawns, right? I'm only 37, but I watched reruns. I was a weird kid. Just a little fun fact. Growing up, instead of I watched Nickelodeon and Disney and stuff, but at night, I was watching TV Land. I don't know if anyone remembers the channel TV Land, but I would watch it, and it would have, you know, Happy Days, the Dick Van Dyke Show, Mary Tyler Moore Show, all of these shows, and I was eating it up watching all the reruns. So I definitely want to read Henry Winkler's book coming out, and then also A Curse for True Love, I think, comes out in October. And there's another pre-order that comes out in October, and I can't think of what it is. But yeah, I wish that they came out like now so that I had time to read them. But all right, guys. Well, it is Friday night. I don't know what I'm going to be getting up to. I may put in some footage of what we do tonight. Maybe not. I don't know. You'll see in the next, clip. But if not, I will update everyone tomorrow whenever I am closing out the vlog and then starting my new week. But definitely let me know if you're liking these vlogs, if they're too long, if you don't want me to ramble about like my thoughts and feelings on the books, or if you want more footage of my animals or different things that me and my husband do. I definitely want your opinions on that. So I hope everyone's having a good Friday night. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow when the vlog is done. All right. Bye. Hello everyone. So today is Saturday and I have no reading update. I did not read at all last night. I got up this morning. I mean, as you can probably tell, I still look tired. Did a little bit of cleaning, things like that. So on here, I'm just going to kind of wrap up what I did in the week. See what you guys think about the different aspects of this vlog. What should I cut? What should I keep? What should I do more of? I like to hear everyone's thoughts and feelings on that because you may not want to hear about my books all the time, or you may be curious on what me and my husband do on a week-to-week basis. So I don't know what y'all want, but I will do any of that. So let's wrap up the books that I did get to this week and how well I'm doing on my July TBR so far. So I finished up Fourth Wing just in a matter of a couple of days. I ended up having to get it on audio. I absolutely loved this book. The hype is definitely well worth it. I have pre-ordered it in physical and audio form, so whenever it comes out, I can just devour it during my busy season. So I'm very happy that I did give this a try. I really enjoyed the story and the plot, and I cannot wait to see where this story and world is going from here, because the ending to this, wow, it had my jaw on the floor. So can't wait to continue that. So this started off my week amazing. And then we went into Winter Song by S.J. Jones. I DNF'd this book. It just wasn't hitting any of the vibes that I like. There wasn't any I don't even know. There wasn't like really any plot, to be honest with you. The characters were very one-dimensional. I don't feel connected to any of the story or anything like that. I honestly felt confused most of the time. So I couldn't finish it. I got like 200 and something pages in, probably almost halfway, and I just ended up having to DNF it. So like I said a few days ago, let me know in the comments below if I should continue to try to read this like in physical form. I don't know though. So there was that. And then I had went into reading Wings Once Cursed and Bound by Piper J. Drake. This is the book that my husband got me back in May, and it was okay. It was a 3-star. I had an okay time. I was confused for a lot of the book. I didn't feel very connected to the characters. I felt like a lot of them were just one-dimensional. I didn't understand the plot or the premise or what was going on in this world. Like, why her being a Kinnery was such a big deal. Like, that was never explained. It was going off of, like, Thai mythology and legends and Thai gods and stuff, but none of it was really explained. I really didn't get any of the stuff that I was looking for. So fully confused. Not understanding really why she's so special or any of these things. So I gave it a 3-star. It was okay. I just will not be continuing on. And then finally, the last book I only started. I'm only still just a chapter in. I didn't get any reading done last night, but Once More with Feeling by Alyssa Sussman. So I can't wait to read this. I've heard so many mixed reviews to it. I absolutely loved her first one, so I'm hoping this one kind of keeps up that, feeling for me, but we'll see on that. So those are the books that I have read and started this week. I feel like I had a pretty good week. I feel like I really got through a big chunk of my July TBR, and I really wasn't meaning to. Like, I wasn't trying to go through them as quick as possible or devour as many books as I could, but it just ended up that way. So I just kind of kept going with the vibes, kept push and play or picking up the book and reading. Really didn't go out of my way. Oh, I did start on my Kindle. I forgot to put that in here. I don't have the book around me at the moment, but I did start Blood Sanctuary Part 1, which is the 3rd book in the Blood Grace series by Vila Roth. I didn't put that on my July TBR because I'm just kind of reading that whenever I have time, like on my lunches at work or whenever I'm at home and all I need to do is just get like a quick 20 or 30 minute read in. I'm only like 30 or 32 pages into it, so really don't even have any thoughts on it at this moment. I just love this series and this world and the characters, and I can't wait to see where this story is going. So it's a little bit littler of a book. It's only 400 and some pages rather than, you know, a big 700 or 800 page book. So we'll see how well I get on that next week. But let me know how you guys like this vlog, and I will see you all next week. I'm going to immediately start because it's Saturday, I'm going to start my next vlog. So you're probably going to see the same updo and everything, but we're going to go from there. So if any of you want to go to my Patreon, talk books with me, or my Instagram, definitely do that. So I'm going to try to keep waking up, get a lot more coffee in me, and I will see you guys next time. All right, bye.